Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is a place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And I'm here. It's Thursday, so of course we're here with Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. Robin won't be with us today, but we just want to give a shout out to her and say thank you so much, Robin, for having so many fabulous guests lined up. In addition to that, I want to give a shout out to our producer, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva, and my partner. I'm Terralina from California Cover Up, and we're the Biz Chicks. We are so happy to be here with you today. We want you to sit back, relax, and just drink in the information that we have for you today. Our special guest is Miss Maureen Stephenson. She is the owner of let me start. Crawl, Walk, Run. She is a health coach, a holistic health coach, and she's here to give us some information because her thing is she's all about helping women finish life strong. So good morning, Maureen. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm fabulous. Good morning, Terry. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Jill's here from the breathing space. How you doing, Jill?
Hi, Jill. Welcome back. Nice to have you back in the house.
Yes, all the way from Bali. Oh,
I know.
That, huh?
Oh, my God.
You just have to come in and tell us a little bit about that trip. But in the meantime, what are we talking about today, Maureen?
So today we're going to be talking a little bit about gut health and how important it is for our health and wellness as we go through life, and what is the gut and how to take care of it. So, most times when we're taking picture, we either sink the gut in or we turn it to the side and we get the handle right. But if you do take care of that gut, then you don't have to do that. So we're going to talk about it and help ourselves as we journey through this thing called life. Yeah. So my gut issue started about 10 years ago. And it was about a lot of loud burps. And I couldn't understand it. I would compare my burp to if you're upstairs in a building and you live downstairs and people are drawing furniture. They're loud.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's how they were. Mm-hmm. And I got scared and I went to the doctor, and my doctor first did some feces. He sent me to the lab to do it, and there was this thing called H. pylori. Yeah, and so that's a bacteria that's found in your stool, and so forward on to today, I keep having these gut issues, like burping. My doctors couldn't find it. They call it GERD. They call it acid reflux. So a holistic health coach, I went to the Integrated Nutrition Health Institution and certified as a nutritional coach. But then I specializes in health, gut health, because I wanted to know more, not just on the surface, but to the root of my gut health issue. So I actually did a year of that studying gut health. And it was fascinating to what I learned about my gut. And so my 2020 vision and my 2020 big thing is to heal my gut and to help us women come on the journey of healing our gut. I didn't know that that you have 3 brains, and today we're going to talk about just the 3 brains. I'm not certain if our guest or anybody is familiar with the study that's going around now on health, and it's all about your gut, and your gut is your second brain. So, and how to treat your microbiome. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our 3 brains. And first, the gut, which is our sensing brain, the heart, which is our feeling brain, and the mind, which is our thinking brain.
Okay.
And that determine our emotions and are the most powerful tool in helping to optimize our mental wellness. So So we talked about that and look at that. And your gut, which I talked about, which is your sensing brain, it sends your instinct and intuition, and it's your learning
Oh.
from within, internal judgments. And then your thinking brain do logics, it's analyzed and it's rational. So that's the thinking brain. And the heart, which is the feeling brain, control your emotional side, your passion and your visionary. So that's your heart. And so today I want to talk to you about neurotransmission meters, dopamine. And then dopamine affects your emotions, especially
Hmm.
the feeling of happiness and joy. So
Yes,
yes, that's dopamine.
we like that feeling.
And then your serotonin, which regulates your anxiety and
Hmm.
affect mood, appetite, and sleep. So I tell women when they ask me, what is the number one thing to lose weight? And I said, sleep, sleep, and sleep.
Oh,
Because yes, it's true, rest that's our body get to restore itself. And so much of us do not get rest. We burned it up trying to do the next thing and the next thing. So we run into that. So that's some of the things that I wanted to make aware today, that we can actually improve those things in the quality of life and how we take care of ourselves.
oh, okay.
And so one of the questions I'm asking, did you know that 60 to 90% of your neurotransmitters are produced in your gut?
No,
Yeah.
didn't know that.
So yeah, so how you feel are the feeling of how you feel on a regular day. If you feel fatigued or
Hmm.
energetic, it's all about taking care of your gut, and how that's where all our feeling comes from. And so the
Wow.
butterfly in our stomach, when we love, that anxious butterfly stomach,
Hmm.
and that is related back to our gut. So almost every one of our feelings is connected to our gut. So it's so important that we take care of the gut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
had I had no idea that so much was produced through our gut.
yeah, and then it also says that when we eat, receptors in the gut cause the relief of enzyme to aid in digestion. So what you eat on a daily basis really makes a difference to that gut health. So if we tend to put crap in it, then that's what we're going to get out of it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if we put stuff in that has no nutritional value,
Yes,
then we're going to find ourselves being less energetic.
yes, that's and it's all about what you put in your body, and that's all about what you put into the gut. And so another thing that we do stress a lot. Almost everybody will tell you that we're busy, but busy translates to a lot of stress. And it says
Mm.
you suppress your appetite with chronic stress. So most of us, when we can't lose the weight, is because our appetite are suppressed with our chronic stress. We just stressed out on a
Oh,
daily basis that our we can, and then it increases our craving, especially for sugar. Yes.
mm.
So we want
I,
to try and manage stress instead of letting stress us out. So that's
okay.
one of the big effects, if you can take away that chronic stress can increase appetite and craving for comfort food. And that's what we call stress eating.
Oh,
So if you never get any rest and you don't get any sleep, and we're always on going, what I call the red zone. We burn
hmm,
ourselves out in the red zone. So that's one of the most important thing I could tell anyone who is listening, that the rest and stress is if you can rest, you'll avoid a lot of stress.
oh, okay.
So that's some of the things that I want to talk about today. How are you feeling today? When you eat your food, you need to take a journal and look at the foods that you're eating, and see if how you feel when you eat certain food. And if it's not, if you feel sluggish when you eat those food, that is telling you about yourself, and that's information. Your body is giving you information, and sometimes we don't capture that information. We just continue to eat. So
Mm.
one of the things that when clients work with me, I'll tell them to um, get a journal and just think about the food that you're eating for a minute. Be intentional about the food that you're eating,
Mm.
and see if the food that you eat, does it light you up or does it light you out? Because you can turn the bulb on, which gives you light, or you can turn it off, just like we were testing with the bulb that gives us darkness. And when you
Mm-hmm.
have darkness in the body, your body cannot function the way it needs to, so you
Oh.
need light. So in terms of that, you can turn that into food. That the way you eat food and the way you digest food, it's supposed to light you up versus burning you out.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to
I
read a
never
little
looked at
bit.
it that way.
Yeah, I want to read something here from a company that I am a partner with, a mental wellness company. And it says, growing up, most of us weren't educated about how to take care of, we were educated about how to take care of our physical health, but few people were educated how to take care of their mental health.
True.
Yeah. And so they did a survey, and it says 7 out of 10 people were educated on physical health. Do you know the percentage that was educated on mental health? One.
Zero. Oh,
One.
okay. I believe that, and it probably by someone whose mother was a physician or a psychiatrist. You know.
Yeah. So, can you imagine only 1 out of 10 people were educated on mental health? That our
Mm.
mental health, and it's our mental health that drive us. It drives us either to be well or to be unwell. And so,
Oh.
just the study that we're seeing emerging as signs emerging on the gut, and tell us that our we're not just parts. We're a complete person. And the mistakes that I see most especially us make as women is to say I want to lose weight, and we don't look at the whole package. You have to look at your whole, you know. And I always tell them, don't lose yourself behind losing weight. Yeah.
Yes, because you can really wreck your mind trying to get something. If you keep missing the mark, you
Yeah.
begin to think differently about yourself, and your self-esteem can be affected.
Right, because
Mm.
when you don't take care of stuff, every parts of your body is interwoven. It's a connection.
Mm.
Yeah. So if you only take care of that physical health, but you don't take care of the mental health, that's why the weight comes on. And I call that revenge, because it revenging you. It comes with, now it comes with his mom or his father and the whole family, and it beats you up and you get it back because you have never taken care of the mental side of you. So
Mm.
you have to know that when you are going into anything about wellness, it's not anything that takes away from you. It's something that adds to the whole body, and you have to look at yourself as a total, just a total person, not in pieces. Even the
Hmm.
ugly parts that we love to hate, the sides, you got to look at why you get it. Why are you getting those big waistlines? Is it the food? Is it my thinking? How can I get myself unstuck? Because most
Mm.
of us are unstuck. We're unstuck up here.
Ah.
Yeah. So I always tell people, if you can unstuck your mind first, then the body will follow.
We have a couple of comments here. Hold on. Jill is saying yes, rest to avoid and manage stress. Comfort food isn't always comforting hours or days later. And then Donna said, "Hi Donna, so good to see you." From Green Earth Travel. Mental health is very important in life. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we I want to educate us that so that we're just a total person. We're not the sum of parts. We're total. And I always tell my clients, you have to look at how you rest, how you sleep, the company that you keep, your friends. Because I see sometimes when people tell me that, oh, my friend is having a big birthday party and they're inviting me to the birthday party with all this food and you're trying to take care of yourself. That is not your friend. Your friend wouldn't encourage you to come to somewhere where you have a weakness, right? Your friend
Well,
would be on your
or your
boat,
friend will have something there for you, knowing that you're trying to
knowing that,
retain your health.
yeah, knowing that you're trying to work on your health. You know, if you put my mom would always say, if you put like milk in front of they're gonna drink it. So you want to have friends who can say to you honestly that I support you on this journey that you're on. I know your weakness and this is something that you're weak in, so I'm not going to tempt you with it. And so when I
Mm.
think about people, I said you have sometimes when you're trying to get well, and I'm not talking, you have to look at your company. You look at your spouse. You have to look at your kids too, because it's a total package. They come with you. Because sometimes what makes us gain the weight is not the food that we eat or not eat, but is the stresses that in our life that cause us to be out of balance.
Mm, mm, mm.
So we crave those food.
So the other day when I stopped at the butt cake place and actually bought a butt cake, maybe I was stressing about something.
Or maybe your body is giving you information. So I always say people get from the negative to the positive. That necessarily is not a negative, but is your body
Mm.
giving you information that you have to feed me with something else so that you won't get out of balance. So it's not something that okay, it's either bad, it's bad. You know, because I don't tell people to look at it that way. I just tell them to look at it as information. Look at it as something that your body, because your body have the greatest ability to heal itself. But the
Mm.
point is that we're not tuned in, we're tapped out.
Ah.
We let everybody and everything tells us how to heal ourselves or how to get well. When the greatest thing is sitting inside of you, your body. You are your body expert. It tells you when you're tap out. It tells you when you need time.
Mm.
But most of us, the thing is that we don't have time. So we let other people and other things dictate how and the information that we put in. So, but the information is already there. It's already in you. You
It's
are the one.
intuitive. Are you saying it's intuitive?
It
Or
is. It talks to you. And so when you were saying that you went to that place, it may be that your body was telling you something. And that's the time when you like, okay, what are you talking about my body? What are you saying? And then you take that information. It's information. It's like when you go to the doctor, he asks you, how long are you feeling the pain? How long are you
uh-huh.
enduring this? Because the doctor don't know, you know, and your body gives
Mm.
you that information. When is this started? When, or how, when I crave this kind of food, what are my activities? What I'm not giving myself, and you can look at those and think it as information and let it empower you.
Mm. I see. Ah, instead of just
So
tripping about it.
yeah, yeah. So instead of looking at it that way, you can look at it from an asset-based thinking that okay, well, when do I crave sweets? Is it when I don't get any sleep? Is it when the kids get on top of my nerves?
Oh.
Is it when whatever the thing is? But you
So
can,
we have to become a craving detective. Like to
Well,
stop and analyze what's causing the craving.
right. Also, you can be a detective of your own body, because that's where I come in. I help people to detective, or I help my client to be their own detective, because
Yes.
unfortunately, I don't know. You are the own expert. You are your own expert, and so we give away our empowerment. We give it to coaches. We give it to all these fab diets, and the real person is you. You
And
are
the
your own
doctors who
expert.
don't listen to us,
Or you're in there for 15 minutes.
exactly, they don't have time.
They don't. They're into numbers and not patience. So I tell people, to you can be your own detective. You are, and that's where I come in. I empowered you to be your own detective, to take back what we're giving away, because we're giving away our power, because
Hmm.
we think everybody else is experts, but you are your own experts. You know what goes on in your body more than anybody else. You wake up with it. I mean, a lot of us maybe is not tuning to it, but it's there tapping on you to say, I am here. Talk to me. Give me feedback.
And you see, just having this conversation with you today is going to make me more attuned to what's really going on. So Britta says here, when I crave broccoli, I know it's because I need calcium or iron. Okay, all right.
Information, information, information. But the truth is, we lived in a busy world that we just tend to go to the next big thing. And sometimes the next big thing is not it. The next big diet, or the next diet craving, or the
Mm,
next thing is not it. Sometimes it's just going back to nature, going back to the simple things that God created. Go back to basic. Think about your body. Think about what it's telling you. What it's telling you.
mm.
Just tune
I,
in. I always tell people, tune in. Get quiet. If you get quiet and listen. Get good at listening to your body, because everything is in there, and you are its own expert, not me, not the doctor. Because when we go to the doctor, they ask you, okay, how long this thing started? When did you
yes.
notice? How sometimes they give you a round of tests and nothing comes back. It's just, and you're like, okay, what am I here? This hurts me. And sometimes it's just a matter of lying down a little bit, take rest so that that body can heal, that nutrients can help you to restore that part of you that is sick or hurting. Sometimes it's
Mm,
rest. When I looked at the signs on rest, I'm blown away. Like, I'm like, why didn't I learn this 50 years ago? Like, most of
yes.
my problem would not have happened.
Oh
But
my goodness.
but we were born in made to please everybody as women. So we please the husband, we please the wife, we please everybody, and then we're left with this empty shell. You know,
Hmm. Well, I know this. I know that Maureen. For those of you who don't know, Maureen does an event called the Table of Six, and where she teaches women how to eat to live. And so, if you're interested in learning what to eat in order to live better, you need to book a seat at her next table of six, or make an appointment with Maureen, because she has um, some interesting products that can help you with your mental health state and your gut. I see here, we've got another comment here for Brenna. I crave quinoa, bok
quinoa.
choy, and eggplant, but haven't checked what's in it that I like. Okay, so she doesn't know what it is, why she's craving that, but she knows she's craving it.
Oh, I would tell her to journal it and see what her activity is around that when she craved it. And so,
Okay.
back to what you were saying today, Terry. I'm so excited because this year I found for a long time, I didn't want to endorse anything or into anything because I think nutrition comes from your food. And
Mm-hmm.
so I partner with a company called Amare, and Amare is this mental wellness company that aligns with what I believe. It's aligned with my belief that it doesn't just take care of one thing; it takes care of their entire being. And so this year, I'm excited to tell you that I have some amazing product. And they're all natural. There's no chemical into them. There's all natural product, and we have mood, we have energy, we have protein, we have um, a lot of different product that can take care of your gut. And one of them is, I don't know if the camera is on me, but this
Yes,
is
it is.
yeah.
The camera's on you.
And this is it has a prebiotic in there, it has a probiotic, and it has a phycobiotic in there. All you got to do is take a scoop and put in
Mm-hmm.
your soup, or in your soup, your stew, or whatever you're having. And this is one of the great products that is really good. And also, just to tell you, I'm so excited that I have some solution for you this year. If you're going into 2020 and need to take care of your gut, I'm also this year step out in faith to launch my program, and it's called The Biggest Gainer. So,
Okay.
yes, because a lot of us want to lose, but just imagine when someone call you a loser, how does that feel?
That's not a good feeling.
Yeah, your shoulder drop and you like droop, and that's it. But I want to tell you that when you're taking care of yourself, there's nothing to lose. There's everything to gain. Right?
Ah,
Yes. So
I like that.
yeah, you gain muscle mass, you gain energy, you gain vitality, you gain vibrancy. And so all of the things that happens when you take care of yourself. So my program, I'm just going to read a little bit about it and why I think you should invest in yourself. It's called The Biggest Gainer. Do you want to learn what it takes to love yourself fully? Through diet, exercise, eating, and listening to your inner voice to keep it healthy and free of drama? As a nutrition health, gut health coach, this is where I come in. I work alongside you in creating your personal plan through education, inspiration, support, and encouragement. So this is a 90-day, this is a 3 months program. And so
Mm-hmm.
some of the things that we will look at on the program is food to crowd out of your diet, gut health, and we're going to talk about recipe along with gut health. We teach you about probiotic and the prebiotics, all that. We try to teach you ways to keep your gut healthy. And we are going to be talking about hormonal balances. We're going to have workshops where we're going to meet and we're going to cook and we're going to talk about all the things that you haven't think about. We're going to talk about your poo, how they're supposed to be, the right size, what time you're supposed to go in the day, when you have health elimination and how it comes out, and the size of it, the color of it, all of that thing. So yeah, so this program is not to take away anything from you. It's not a diet, it's a add in. So we're going to add in years in our lives.
I like
We're
that.
add in vitality, we're going to add in sexiness, we're going to have in good feeling, good hormone out. So yeah, so that's one of the program I'm going to be rolling out. So coming soon, I'll be inviting some of you ladies who I know. So I'll be sending out emails and give you more information on the program so we all can finish life strong in 2020 and beyond.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to put up these last two comments, and then we're going to close out. It says, Robin, have you seen the documentary Game Changers? I'm not familiar with that. Are you familiar with that, Maureen?
No, I haven't.
I am.
No, I've
No.
never.
Donna, you're gonna have to put a link in there so we can go check it out. And Brenda says, I enjoy sweets. That is normal, but I limit because I don't want over processed foods. I make it an indulgent, higher quality choice, rarity, organic bakery, or homemade. Okay. So she's saying she tends to lean toward organic bakery goods or homemade goods, so she knows what's in it.
Yeah, so well, I don't like to tell you anybody how to cut what to cut out of their lives. I don't really believe in that. I just know that sometimes if you're craving sweet, you're out of balance. But then you can also get sweets from fruits. You can bake them in your own oven, as she says. You can make them home baked. The thing is that when you make them by yourself, you're aware of what you put in. So that
Yes.
you cannot have, I tell people, if you start cooking, it doesn't matter how you cook, whether you believe you're not a great cook or not, you know what's going in your body. That's the information. That is the thing. And what you put in it is love. And so the more you continue, you will see how you love on yourself. It's an act of self-love, and I always tell my clients that it's an act of self-love. So you have to go back and think about how you want to love yourself. How do you show up for this one body that you have? Do you nourish it on a daily basis, or do you take away from it? I mean, if a typical thing I can say, if my car don't have gas in it, and I go to the gas station and it says regular and I put diesel in it, it's going to not work. The same thing as your body. If you give it the wrong gas, it will leave you on the road.
Wow. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brenda says full bowel movement might be a better choice than poo. Okay, well.
Well, just a choice of words, and
just
that's
a choice.
we all have our own individuality and our own choices and what we like. That's why it's a personal choice. We're not saying that you need to say that, but I'd rather say poo, but you can say bowel movement if it makes sense for you. It's the same thing.
There you go.
A different choice of words.
Exactly. And Donna sent us the link for the Game Changer movie. Guys, it's in the chat. And what Brenna's saying, I cook all the time. Enjoying something I didn't have to cook is self-love to me, and it is a rare thing. So
Yay! Good.
Yeah, if you get somebody else to make it, that she considers that a treat. And that makes sense. Yeah. Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, so Brenna, I suggest you treat yourself and have somebody else cook the meal.
You can treat yourself as long as you're aware of what is in your food. Yesterday I went on the bike. A couple of days ago, I went on the bike with my husband, and we went to Appleby. It was just spontaneous. The day was great, and I'm like, it was a great day, and I was like, it's a beautiful day not to waste inside. I hop on the bike and I go to Appleby, and I let him enjoy what he needs to enjoy, and I need to enjoy what I need to enjoy. I'm not saying that we need to keep in a box. Basically, I'm here to tell you that you have to be your own detective of your own life. So I do it. I have someone cook for me on a date sometimes when I don't want to. On Sunday, I know my husband, and I'm like, let's go on a date. Let's go eat out. But I'm still aware of what I'm putting in my body, and I'm sure it's what my body needs. So I'm not telling anyone here not to go eat out. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, and
I don't think they got that from our conversation. Yeah, but Maureen, we're going to have you sort of summarize what we talked about, and then we want to make sure that people know how to get in touch with you. Okay?
Yeah. So I'm basically saying that all the information you need is generally in your gut, and you need to listen to your gut. But when you listen, you need to take action, basically. And your body, if you sit and listen to it, will give you all the information you need. My website is crawlwalkrunfitness.com. And also I'm at 916-224-7798. I'm on, my group is Finish Life Strong, and it's also on Facebook. So those are the ways that you can connect with me. And the Facebook group, we empowered women, our clients, our audience to fix lunch per day. This is our 2020 goal. We ask that you fix lunch. We encourage you to fix lunch. And so
Yes.
at least you know one meal you can take for yourself to work or to wherever you go. And also we're looking for our audience member to share some recipe with us on how you grew up, and we're going around the world in 12 months the year.
Oh.
We're looking for people who can talk about how they grew up, the food they grew up on. It's not necessarily have to be healthy food. It's just about you and sharing a recipe so that each one of us can learn from each other. Because I might see something like, oh, this be delicious for you. And so we're encouraging our audience to share who they are, share their culture, and let us get enriched together. Let us get educated together. And let us support each other on this health and wellness journey, because we're all in this together. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Maureen. That's beautiful. We're all in it together. Okay?
Yeah, each one of us teach one. And so if we hold each other hands and just thinking that we're in difference, if we hold each other hand and says, okay, let me show you what I know, or let me teach you what I know. It's no competition. It's just about us educating each other and empowering each other together on her health and wellness journey.
That's beautiful. So, guys, let's take this health and wellness journey together. If you need more information about your gut health, make sure to contact Maureen. We put her information over in the chat. And we want to remind you that tomorrow is Tech Friday. We'll be talking tech in English. So tune in. Don't be scared.
I like that tech in English, because that's
tech in English, yes. So you can, because you know, at Biz Chicks, our thing is we believe that things should not be convoluted. We want them to be clear and simple and easy to apply so that you can run a profitable business that's fun to run. So we want to say thank you so much. And to those watching on the replay, thank you again, and I hope you'll tune in soon. And we want to remind you, come on back. And don't forget to go to the front of your own line.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys. Your health is in your own hand. Take it. Bye.
I love it. Your health is in your own hands. Bye-bye.